Open range 3X 388 RKS here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. You're going to see a lot of very unique qualities in this, and this video may run long because there's a lot to cover. This is a monster floor plan from a seriously top shelf, very left of center brand. So let's get dug in here. Real quick, I do want to mention this may look a little different from the one we have in stock, so keep that in mind. I don't tend to reshoot footage for every single one that comes in. The awning here, you see it has the double break so that you get a better rain runoff and whatnot. It's also a true one-touch awning. You just touch and release the button, it'll run it out to the perfect length, touch it again, and it'll run itself back in. That's it. You can stop it halfway through the cycle if you are inclined, however. It does have LED lights mounted in the awning tube. Open range 3X models, we're going to see frameless windows. Now these are dual pane thermal windows, standard on a 3X. And let's lead right into the insulative qualities there. It's pretty much unmatched in the RV industry to get something this heavily insulated. You've got massive insulation levels in the roof, in the floor. The floor has at least double the insulation of pretty much most well-insulated fifth wheels. The walls are also 50% thicker. This has a 3-inch wall versus a common 2-inch wall. That is a huge amount of additional insulative qualities. Like for instance, just the floor. We've got the floor decking. Below that we have a layer of batten insulation. Below that we have a layer of R38 radiant insulative astrofoil basically. Then you have all of your tank enclosures. Now they leave space between all of the insulation and the tank so the air can circulate all the way around the tanks. Then they have another astrofoil insulation. Then they have batten insulation. Then they have the floor or the enclosed insulated underbelly cover there. So you have twice the insulation of anyone else. That extra layer of thermal foil and batten insulation, those are the extra steps a lot of manufacturers don't take, and that's standard on a 3X. The other cool thing is, so they're circulating air around the tanks. You have to now allow that air to get out. You can't pressurize a capsule, it quits working. That's how most underbellies and most fifth wheels are made. The 3X, your air outlet is your bathroom heat duct. So first the heat goes down, heats all of your holding tanks, and then it exhausts up into the bathroom so that you get a constant cycle of air, and that's where this thing really reigns supreme. We're going to see nicer little touches. Not only do I have fully insulated, heavily insulated laminated doors here, but just nice little magnetic holdbacks, and they are true slam latches. Also, notice you've got a big basement going on here because you do have a drop frame going on to give us an even larger basement space. So when you're all set, just set it and forget it, just like that. We have easier access to easier to manage propane tanks. This comes with 3 20-pound tanks with the hookups to add an additional one. So you could have up to 80 gallons of propane on here on this easy slide-out tray. 20-pound tanks compared to 30s are just easier to manage. If it's Sunday and you run out of gas, swap your tank out, no big deal. We add the JT Strong Arm bracers onto your front and rear stabilizers so that you get the most stable experience at your site. If you're planning on buying a fifth wheel to park somewhere, this is ideal for that kind of use. For another reason too, this is wide body. This is not 96 inches wide like a common towable. It is 100 inches wide. So it is 4 inches wider everywhere. Now on top of that, you have 2 opposing monster living room slides that are 42 inches deep instead of 36 inches deep like a normal slide. So you're getting an RV that is 14 inches bigger in the living room with extremely tall slides at that. This has so much cubic foot of space, it is equivalent to a small house. With no exaggeration, it is equivalent to a small house. Oh, hold on, I forgot I need to turn on my battery box here. I had to step away from the RV for a minute. We looked at this. I do like the fact that this door hangs downward instead of upward. That way you don't have to duck under that door. You don't have to worry about that bump in your head. Fully automatic leveling system, standard on a 3X, so that's a standardized thing you're not having to pay extra for. Now, this is a giant inverter. They put a huge inverter in this thing to be able to run the big residential fridge while you're going down the road. If you don't use a big inverter, you try to use a small one, long story short, you get poor service. That is not what this RV is about. You're not going to spend this kind of money to get poor service. Insulated, enclosed, heated docking station with all your gate valves for your dump tanks are enclosed and heated as well. So the chances of this thing freezing up are pretty much nil. 12-gallon gas and electric water heater for roughly 22 gallons of water per hour. And all this fun comes in with twice the warranty of pretty much anybody else, with one exception that we also feature here at Haylett RV. So if you're looking for something built better to last longer, you are also looking at that still in the same package. And just smart little stuff like the extra little things that they could do here. This is just an extra little pocket and underneath all the kitchen storage. It wasn't useful in the kitchen, so they just made it an outdoor compartment. Stuff like that adds up. Front and rear caps both with UV blockers in them, so you know, this thing shouldn't have serious fade issues. Tap danceable, true walk-on roof. Full LED lights inside and out. This is 100% LED lit inside and out. A lot of RVs have LED interiors. Not a lot of RVs have LED exteriors. Again, it is worth mentioning that those strong arm bracers also connect to your rear jacks as well as the front ones. So again, we have a wider body. We have a 6-inch deeper slide times 2. So 14 inches bigger space in here. Let's hop inside real quick. This also has a wider entry door, so it is, you know, just easier to get in and out. Really nice if you're like carrying an armload of like stuff straight off the grill here. You walk right in, one switch, and just boom, she comes to life. Look at that. Look at the difference these lights make. Even in the middle of the day with all these big windows, they have awesome, good quality lighting going on in here. The name of this color scheme, by the way, is Sedona, which is like their mid-tone. They also have a darker, they have a lighter. This is the mid-tone. This is the one that's been a little more popular. It kind of seems to satisfy everybody pretty well. It's got some nice accents to it. There's so much to cover. I gotta just start flying through here. Let's kind of start from this area. You got a pair of recliners here. Now these are wall huggers. Notice this sneaks right against the wall. I can close this, and it will actually pull itself away from the wall when you open it. How cool is that? So you're not going to dig up your walls. You're not going to scar up your chairs. It just takes care of itself. It's smarter. It's just better. All of your doors are going to be all of your doors and your cabinet styles. So not just the door, but the style as well is all 100% hardwood, and they are made for abuse use and everything in between. Hidden hinge cabinetry so that everything looks clean. When you get this thing all closed up, it's just smooth. You know, it's just, everything is clear. They even dress up the windows here on their thermal pane windows. And I love the residential accents that they have going on. This is a massive living room with a huge rear kitchen. It's one of the most residential in nature floor plans I've ever seen. It's also one of my very favorites because I'm a sucker for rear kitchens. You get more countertops and more cabinet space in a rear kitchen than anything else, so let's focus on that real quick. Let's just start up here. Around the giant, take a look at this, around the giant convection microwave, we have just a truckload of storage even around that. It continues over here, and Open Ranges have always had what I call a dream kitchen, and this is the dream of a dream kitchen. It's insanely amazing. Above the dream kitchen, we have a wall-controlled power vent fan, a max air fan basically, so you can push one button to operate that. You don't have to climb up there. We've got all solid surface countertop standard. I love that level change right there to give this thing some 3 dimensions, and the cuts and the curves and the curls are just, they're just beautiful in this thing. You have the perfect pantry because all of the storage comes to you. You have this monster holding bank up here for big stuff. And then you've got this huge array of drawers. And look at the detail work. They even put little rubber knobs on here so that this piece of wood doesn't scar up that drawer if you don't completely close it. That is some pretty amazing attention to detail. So again, if you accidentally left this door a little bit open and you went to close that, it's going to hit that rubber instead of digging up your door, and it's always going to look nice and clean. You've got 3 of these extra large virtual like pots and pans drawers down here for big stuff. We have a standard place for a trash can right in the kitchen, so you don't have to like tie an ugly plastic bag to your door handles or anything like that, your drawer handles. This is a cutaway sample, by the way, of what the walls in this thing look like. That blue line you're seeing, that's where everybody else's wall stops. Everything to the right is bonus space that you get in a 3X. That is, well, I mean, and check this out. Here's a sample. I can't even crush this wall by stomping on it. This thing is insanely well done. This is a heavy-duty, long-term use, last fifth wheel you ever need to own type of RV. And just with so much storage, guys, it's not even funny. Not to mention the fact that when all these doors are closed, she looks amazing too. So it doesn't just perform well, it looks just as good too. Giant, like I said, residential refrigerator in here. And again, when you get the big fridge in the 3X, you also get the inverter, so you can run this thing going down the road. Now, this is another area where this RV is supreme. Look at how far this dining table extends. It comes with 2 extension leaves here. It splits open from the middle. So large, they actually, an additional support leg folds out. You could turn this into a 6 or 8 person family feast of a dining table. You know, it is huge. Now, what's nice is a lot of manufacturers are giving you a really small table that extends to a normal size because they don't have the super deep slide this one has. This has the extra deep slide to make all that happen. We talked about the recliners. This is a full tri-fold memory foam hide-a-bed. So, by the way, I'm just realizing I'm literally standing in the slide out right now doing this little demonstration. This is not just an extra deep slide, it's extra tall. This has a walk-in slide out. This slide out is just an extension of the living space. It's not where the living space stops and the slide starts. They work together. So, by the way, this is so tall, you're also getting extra storage all the way above. So you're getting big storage and big windows instead of one or the other. So tri-fold memory foam hide-a-bed sofa. We've added the little hardwood dining table, but here's the kicker with this one. When you're sitting down, you know, if you just want to set a drink down, that's fine. Sometimes, you know, at dinner time, you want the table to come to you. And there it is. This table does whatever you need it to do. How cool is this thing? So there you go. The table can come up to you as required. Electric space heater that we call a fireplace. It can be used aesthetically or for heat, so you don't have to burn up the propane you're paying for. You can already use the electricity that you've already paid for. Full Furrion electronic complement here. Furrion is very high-grade stuff. It's made to be shaken really hard because this thing's going to bounce down the road really hard. It's made to be frozen and heated really fast and furiously without failure. Your DVD system is also Bluetooth enabled. Even as a microphone, you can literally take hands-free calls through your phone, through your camper's audio system, as though your phone thinks it's a Bluetooth earpiece. You don't actually have to drag your phone around with you. This is handy for putting your shoes on over here. Grandpas and grandmas, moms and dads, boys and girls of all ages will recognize this thing as the timeout chair. I don't know if anyone likes the timeout chair. It's just more of a necessity at times. And hey, you've got the mirror to you know, make sure everything looks good when you leave. It looks like I should have checked the mirror before I left, but hey, whatever. To each their own. Let's peek up here in the bathroom real quick. This has a monster bathroom. Notice this shower is one piece. It is seamless. It's also self-supporting. Take a look at this. If you want to jump in this thing, you can jump in this thing. Here, hold on. I'm going to do it. Let me get this camera off my wrist. I'm hoping I've got this roughly in frame because I can't see it right now. I'm a big guy. I don't know if you're seeing that. I don't know if you're seeing it. I'm a big guy. But check this out. There is no problem whatsoever with this thing. This is a monster built shower, and that's how every aspect of this RV is built. It is made to be supreme in every respect. Tons of floor space here so you can actually get dressed. Even more tons of storage space in this bathroom over here. And, you know, extra power outlets for all kinds of different appliances. Almost like a virtual laundry room in a sense, the way they kind of have this set up. More mirrors that I should have checked before I left the home. Kill the lights here. I'm on battery power. Don't want to drain my battery really. Moving up here into the master bedroom, I do want to point out, first of all, that this does have a barreled interior ceiling. So this does have an arched interior ceiling. Full walk-in bedroom, all the way up, clear to the closet, even for a tall guy like me. Both air conditioners are fully centralized. This has a 30,000 BTU central air system. It's really the best there is out there. It is also racetrack ducted. So you notice that you have two heat runs. You have two, or well, AC runs as it were. Now, a lot of manufacturers, when they do this, when it gets down to the end of the camper, it just stops. It terminates at a dead point. That will build up back pressure, and slowly that pressure starts to build up. Well, eventually it's going to reach the point you don't get good airflow out of this bedroom vent here, and you guys aren't going to sleep well. But an open range AC system wraps back around. The air constantly circulates so that you always get good airflow, both all the way back at the back of the kitchen and all the way up here at the front of the bedroom. If you do want to use this RV on a 30 amp site, you can. You do need to remember you have to cut down to one AC or the other. So we have a Denver Euro top, or well, pillow top, well, Euro top it does say, I guess, but it's a pillow top bed. long story short, the Denver beds are some of the best used in the industry today, and it is a way better mattress than you're going to get in pretty much any other fifth wheel. Is it a sleep number? No, but it is way better than a lot of the garbage that is out there. Even these lower drawers down here give you extra space. Now what that does is it raises the closet floor up to an area where you can use this now like a shelf instead of climbing around on the floor. You have a huge closet over here with extra shelf space. They use all the way up into the nose. They use every single ounce of this they can. They even have a little extra LED spotlight up here. Oh, I forgot to hit the switch on the other side. Long story short. Washer and dryer closet over here. If you want to kill those shelves, you could make this a stackable system if you are so inclined. And I do like the handy little bifold door. It's just a nice, different, classy touch. Bedroom TV up here. Even the bedroom TV is a Furrion. A lot of manufacturers, once you get to the bedroom, they'll start to scale down the electronics because they think you're not paying attention anymore. And Open Range even wall mounts this thing on a swing arm so that if you want to like take it outside with a matching wall mount, you can do that. You also have a big dresser down here for all of your jeans and sweaters and all that stuff. This has so much going on with it. So it's bigger, it's wider, it's taller. It's not heavier. That's the crazy part. This is not heavier than a lot of RVs out there. It's more user-friendly. It's made for long-term use and abuse. It has features, qualities, and aspects that are unmatched in the RV industry. That's the thing. If you like the Open Range, there is nothing else. There is nothing else like this out there. And that's what I like about them so much. They are a true, unique product with a true, unique identity. It's not the cookie-cutter crap that's out there every single day. It is way above and beyond. I mean, the detail work here. This is all inlay. You know, this is not just a wallpaper. That's a real backsplash. This is a real backsplash. So if you are cooking up a storm and you splatter stuff around, you can actually clean and scrub this. This has the residential qualities that every fifth wheel wishes they had. They act like they have it, but they don't, because they're not a 3X and they're not from Open Range. So give us a call, 800-256-5196. Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. Take care, stay safe, happy camping, everybody.